Good morning everyone, welcome to our Tuesday morning clinical Pilates class. It's a full body with the chair today, okay? So predominantly strength work, but there will be some stretches in there as well. So hopefully you enjoy what I've got planned. Placing your feet hip distance apart, nice soft knees, growing tall towards the ceiling, keeping that peach tucked underneath your chin, wide collarbones, shoulder blades connecting down towards your back pockets. Finding that neutral spine and then drawing in lower abdominals, little lift up through your pelvic floor to center. So just start rolling through those shoulders for me, nice big circles. And then floating your arms up in front of you, palms facing down, elbow to your back wall. And then we are going to sweep those arms all the way around, behind the ears, shrugging the shoulders up, pulling the shoulders back down, and unwinding. Last one. Stretching down the side of that neck. So again, if you want to put some overpressure on, you're more than welcome to. But just make sure that it's the head that goes across, it's not the body that leans. And swap into the other side. And then coming into our roll down. So take your time, really focus on that segmental mobility. So chin down towards your chest, peeling each spinal bone forwards in order, lengthening through the back of your legs. Taking a deep breath in here, and then breath out, tucking that tailbone under, stacking each spinal bone back on top. Chin is the last thing to lift. And go again. Oh, last one for me. Really loose through those arms, no tension in, even into those fingers, nice and relaxed. Last one. And then widening through that stance, coming into squat. So pointing your toes out 10 to 2 as you come down into that squat. Make sure that your knees are tracking towards your second and third toes. So as low as you feel comfortable to, loosening into those hips and knees as well. Last one. And then coming into reverse lunges. So taking that leg back, lowering the knee down to where you feel comfortable to. So make sure that you're not leaning forwards onto that front leg like this, okay? Make sure that you have got your weight on that back leg as you return it. And then coming into toy soldier. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Big sweeps through. finishing off with our walking. And relaxing down, well done. So we will loosen ourselves up first of all, and we are going to tap onto this chair. So I want you to get a nice pace going, left to right. Lovely, so reciprocal movement pattern, opposite arm, opposite leg as you do these. Lovely, keep working, keep going. If you can speed it up a little, just a little more for me. And relaxing down, turning around for me. So, sitting on the chair, make sure I'm not on the mat, half on, half off. Right, okay, so from here, you're gonna shuffle forwards and you are gonna tricep dip. We're gonna do 3 sets of 5, okay? So tricep dips, working these triceps at the back here. Now, if you go too low and you feel too much strain through the front of your shoulder, just err on the side of caution and just back away a little bit. It might be that your supraspinatus tendon here, this rotator cuff tendon, just doesn't like that tensile strength on it. So just ease off on the range if you do notice that. So when you're ready, shuffle those hips off, bend, push up again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. And back on again. Okay, so they might feel, this is why I said 5, all of a sudden it starts kicking in quite easily. Remember, you've got the option of kind of using your legs a little bit to help assist with your body weight. If your arms feel fine to take your body weight, keep your feet further away, okay? But if you need to keep them closer towards you and use them as a little bit of a push system with your body weight, that's fine as well. Next ones. So again, if you want to be pushing, you can have your legs a little bit closer if it feels fine, further away. So 5 again. Lovely. One more round. And again, go. Five, lovely. All the way back on again for me. So, arms and legs this time. So you are going to step back and you are going to come from left to right with mountain climbers, okay? So opposite knee to opposite shoulder. I want you to do 10 and rest, okay? Let yourself recover and then back down for another 10. If you can't manage 10, just stick with a number that works for you so you feel that fatigue, you feel that load, and then take your recovery. So when you're ready, go. Little bit of recovery. If that's easy to you, just carry on going. Just carry on with those repetitions. So long through your body, no bottoms up in the air like this, okay? Want to be in that nice long plank position. We are going to do 3 more of these. Yes, we can do it. We can do it. I did pre-warn the live class about this class. 1, 2, 3. Two more rounds. So we'll have done 50 in total. You'll be like, do you know what Amy made me do today? 50 mountain climbs. You can tell everyone today. And last ones. Perfect. Turning your chair around. So I would definitely say this is probably one of my favourite, bridges are definitely my favourite glute exercises, but these ones do the job really well as well. So hip extension, so you're gonna hold on the back of your chair, one leg behind you, raising all the way up, squeezing into that hamstring and glute, and then returning back down again. So what I don't want to see is really poor posture with the rest of your body, okay? Long arms, wide collarbone, shoulder blades connecting down, length through your neck, and then just moving through that hip, okay? Keeping your core engaged, so no movements through the pelvis or through the back as you do these exercises. So 10 reps, and then you're gonna swap to the other side. Lovely. Lovely. Good range, good big squeeze of those hamstrings and glutes for me. Keep working left to right, 10 reps. When you get back to your first side, last round of 10, left to right. Lovely, well done. So you are going to lean over the chair and you are going to lift elbow to knee 10 times, but I want you to get that really big reach over. So you're stretching into lats, you're stretching into the side of your trunk here, and then you're going to squeeze into hip flexors and obviously down through those lats as you return the arm and the leg together. So again, 10 reps, and then we are going to swap to the other side. Lovely. Now for you guys at home, by all means, just turn around. I will swap mine to the other side so I can keep an eye on you all. Sorry, can you hear my tummy growling? I don't know whether you heard that on my microphone then. Hang on, it's obviously my breakfast moving around. Maybe I needed more. Maybe I needed more breakfast. Lovely, keep going for me. We are going to do 3 rounds of these. So you're probably still on your second ones at the moment. Right, 3rd round, 3rd set, last set of these ones. This one's last side for me. Sorry, it must be going to this side. Which side does your tummy sit? I'm not too sure. My stomach must be here, around here, I think. I think I'm squashing it. When you are finished, stretching out through those shoulders. So all the way back, slightly bent through your knees, and just letting your breastbone, your body, your head drop down towards the mat and holding here. So remember, using your breaths if you need to, in through the nose, out through the mouth. You want your arms to be as long as they possibly can. So if they're bent, you're going to take the stretch off. So try and keep them nice and long for me. In through the nose. Every exhale you do, lowering your body closer towards the mat. And relaxing down, lovely. So, I'm going to move my mat forward slightly. Sit to stands. We've not done these for a little while. And this is why I wanted to do this class, because it reminded me of a lady I've had in clinic who cannot do any single leg sit to stands. And I do actually think being able to do a single leg sit to stand is really, really good strength. So don't worry if you can't do that today. Something to work towards. But if you can do both together, you're going to sit to stand without pushing up, okay? So even if you're one of those people that do sit to stands and you push up from a chair, hear my voice in your head. Stop pushing up from the chair and use your legs. Because we do not want that strength in your legs to deteriorate. So push up, squeezing those glutes, pushing those hips forwards and returning back down again. So if you want to, you can incorporate a little bit of single leg work. So breath out as you push up, breath in as you come back down again. Breath out to push up, breath in as you come back down. Okay, so nice, steady, slow pace of raising up. Again, do not push up. If you go a little bit wobbly from left to right, you put that leg down, do not worry. Okay, so 5 reps and keep swapping from left to right for me. Lovely. Lovely, so mixing the levels up is absolutely fine as well. So if you are doing your sit to stands without single legs, I want you to pay attention to if you're swinging, okay? So if you are swinging back and swinging forwards, I want you to try and just go a little bit more up and down and just touching your bum without that lean back and that sweep forward to get back up, okay? We are going to do 10 more. Lovely, well done. So last one's in standing. Bringing your leg onto the chair. Now, if you're struggling to lean across to this side because you can already feel a stretch, just work with the range that you've got, okay? So even if you're just sort of pulling back to the center and back again, that's fine. I want you to do 10 repetitions. Nice big reach over with that arm and then returning back again. So you'll feel that nice stretch into your adductor. Nice and long through that leg on the chair. So 10 reps, swapping to the other side. Lovely, finish off those repetitions, no rush. So you are going to need your thin head block. Lying on your back. Tabletop position without touching the chair. So one leg up, other leg to follow. You might need to be a little bit further away. So one leg at a time, you are going to reach over the chair and under the chair. If you've got a bar in front of your chair, do not worry too much. If you can miss it, that's fine, but obviously just be aware not to stub your toes if you go under with a bar at the front. So breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in. Okay, keeping that neutral, keeping that core, make sure that those ribs are nicely settled down, wide collarbone, shoulder blades connecting down, listening to your breath pattern. So when you're ready to breathe out, you're going to point. When you're ready to breathe back in again, you'll return. Keep working for me. These legs are going to be aching now. 2 more rounds of these. 1. And 2. Lovely, and then shuffle a little bit closer to the chair. So you're going to rest your feet on the chair this time. Linking your fingers together, cradling the back of your head. So we are going to abdo prep 10 times. On the 10th one, we're going to hold for somewhere between 10 to 20 seconds, okay? And then you'll repeat that same routine again. So pick what's appropriate to you. If you want to keep it easy, obviously do 10 and then a 10-second hold. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, see if you can hold that abdo prep for 20 seconds, so static abdominal work. So on that 10th one, hold. Shoulder blades should be off the mat if possible. Let yourself recover if you need to. If you don't need that recovery, straight into those abdo preps. One more round of these and you'll settle down again. So if you're doing 10 seconds, try and do 20 for the last ones. Keep that head well cradled, it's very heavy. Lovely, and then coming in to side lying for me. So you are going to need your thick head block on top of your thin one. So we're going to reach over the chair and we're going to reach under the chair, okay? So breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, out, in. So keeping that little gap underneath here, keeping your core nice and strong. So that pelvis and that back should not be wobbling and moving around. We should brace in nice and tight through here and letting the hip, knee and ankle do all of the work. So keep with that breath pattern, remember, inhale to return, exhale point, Inhale, return. Exhale, point. Oh, these should be aching, but it is all good for us. Without that, we don't get stronger, so we have to learn to appreciate that feeling of the burniness. Three more. 1, 2, 3. And then taking your leg on top of your chair. So from here, lift and lowers of that underside leg. If you can push your leg to the underside of the chair and create a little bit of resistance to that adductor, perfect, okay? So breath out, push, breath in, return. So push against resistance if you can, or if it feels hard enough as it is, just working against gravity, that's fine as well. Five more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Right, swap into the other side. So I'm actually going to change my chair out because I want to see you all. You can do the same if you want to, or if you want to turn your back to me, that's fine as well. So breath out as you go over the top, breath in to return, breath out as you go underneath. So keep that stabilization, that stillness through that trunk, through that pelvis. Keep that brace in action, switched on all the time. So I know for you guys, I've obviously seen you face to face, most of you, but obviously you've been coming to classes for such a long time, so you kind of know about the 5 key elements and about the technique. But I've had a lady in clinic this morning who has been going to Pilates for years and years and years, and I always like to know if people can do the method properly and engage their core. And instead of engaging her core, she's been, however many years she's been doing Pilates, tilting her pelvis backwards. So when she thinks it's engaging her core, she just tilts her pelvis backwards and squashes her back on the floor. Now that is not engaging your core, it's that drawing across the front to switch on transversus abdominis. So bless her. I've taught her how to do the method properly, but I bet there's so many people that have never really had that kind of personal approach to doing Pilates and making sure that they're doing the correct technique. So it is really, really important, because if you don't do it right, you're not going to get the most out of it. And we want nice, strong, stable cores so that we can provide support for our pelvis, for our lower back, and it enables obviously the upper limb and the lower limb to function much better once we have a strong, stable core as well. So as I say, you can always just feel that that core is working. If you put your hands to the front of your pelvis here, those bony points, just go an inch in, slightly down if you can, and you'll know that that transversus abdominis across the front here is connected and contracted. One more for me. Lovely. And then resting on the top, underside leg, lift and lower. So breath out, raise, breath in, lower. Keep working. Push into that resistance if you can. Five more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Lying on your back for me. Quick stretch around these hips. So taking one leg across. Now, if you can feel enough of a stretch on here, you're going to leave it there. If you want to, you can push the knee away, or you can pull this thigh towards you. And swap into the other side for me. And knees into your chest, giving them a squeeze. And then coming all the way back up into standing for me. So placing your feet hip distance apart, double knee bend, sweeping those hands into the center, breath out as you go all the way over the top for me. And last one. And relaxing down, everybody. Thank you for joining me in that class. Lots of strength work, so if there's any extra stretches you want to do after the class, please feel free to do them. Have a lovely day, and I will see you again at one of our other classes.